This week's Torah portion of Parshat Tazria describes the process of what a woman goes through and should do with regards to her requirements from the Torah to purify herself following a birth of a child. My sons and I are big Cincinnati Bengals fans. I know this has nothing to do with the Parsha, but give it a moment. We are very big football fans, and Cincinnati Bengals have a quarterback named Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has made the entire difference to the creation of the team, the establishment of the team, and the progress of the team. They have become very serious contenders in the tournaments, in the Super Bowl tournament, because of Joe Burrow's play. He's an excellent quarterback, but he's not just a great quarterback and skilled athlete. He's an extremely confident person. And this past week, I was watching on YouTube a recap of the Bengals season from 2021 when they had gone to make the Super Bowl. They were down by 8 points the last few seconds of the game against the Kansas City Chiefs in order to qualify into the Super Bowl. And they have recorded Joe Burrow, the quarterback, going into a huddle with his teammates and what he says to them right before the last play. And he says to them, when we score the touchdown, we're going to go for 2 points following. And it's amazing because he's totally sure that they're going to score the touchdown, even though it's not necessarily a given, obviously, and requires a play drawn up and the athletes to fulfill that play as is. But nonetheless, he speaks with that confidence. He exudes this confidence. And sure enough, it paid off because they did score a touchdown. I was truly amazed by the way this person spoke with such confidence, not an ego, not haughtiness, not pompousness, but just confidence. Tremendous. And I thought to myself that this is really an expression that exists in this week's Parsha. The Torah says, Isha ki tazria v'yalda zachar. Amazing. When a woman gives or takes to a seed, zera, and gives birth to a child, zachar being a son. The Torah also speaks with a tremendous confidence. We know that sometimes when you take a seed and you plant it in the ground, it doesn't necessarily sprout forth with productivity. It doesn't necessarily give a fruit. It does not necessarily multiply. But the Torah doesn't think that way. The Torah thinks in a positive manner. When a woman is taken seed, tazria, zera, v'yalda zachar, she will inevitably give birth to a child. The Torah wants us to understand and to have a positive attitude, a confident attitude. We are planting seeds in order to see and to arrive at productivity, in order to see their fruition. And interestingly enough, Rav Shamshon Raphael Hirsch says the word tazria, zera, seed, is only used in one other place, and that is by Bereshit, the creation of the world. Esev mazria zera, grass, sprouts, that will give forth and will produce seed. That seed that will ultimately cultivate the world, allow the world to continue, allow the world to be fruitful and to multiply on many facets of civilization. And this is exactly what the Torah wants us to understand. We are here in this world, lehazria zera, to plant seeds and to exude a confidence that will hopefully lead to and facilitate productivity. That is what we're doing in this world. And that's really the message of this week. Yemei Gila, Yom HaAtzmaut. People came to this country, a barren land, a swamp land, a land that did not offer tremendous promise, but they were mazria zera. They planted seeds, not for their own pompousness, not for their haughtiness, and not to tout their accomplishments, but to plant those seeds so that there would be a future, there would be productivity, there would be a country, a nation that would sprout forth and continue to multiply and give forth that fortuitous efforts that would produce and prove themselves into tremendous accomplishments. This is who we are. This is our nation. And these are the messages of these days. This is the Torah way. It is the Parsha way. It is the Jewish way. And of course, it is the Gila way. Shabbat Shalom.